Hello everyone, I'm Knee High Caliber, and you're watching another exciting episode of Knee High Caliber Plays War Thunder. And we are here on Bourbon Island. This is a special exercise area controlled by the French. This is French overseas territory in the Indian Ocean, I want to say. Probably. That sounds about right. We're going to be cooperating with them again to reevaluate this aircraft. This is a freakish little thing built by the Ryan Company. This is a FR-1 Fireball, I think is its name. FR-1 Fireball MBR. Okay, that's a mouthful, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, this plane is unusual in that it's not a jet. It's not a prop plane. It's actually both. It's a composite jet propeller aircraft. It's not a fairly new concept, but it's one that we've been exploring for a while, and the French want to explore for a while. And this is a design that essentially came out at the end of the war. It didn't see combat service, but we built about 70 of them. And the company Snecma, which is a French aviation company, they want to explore the possibility of building this aircraft or something similar to it themselves. So we're going to be weapons testing it today. We have a bunch of targets out on the range. I think we even have some old Russian biplanes being flown by remote that we can shoot down. That's fine. Let's get this freakish little thing started here. Screaming the life. This thing is super loud. That tends to be the fault of these types of aircraft, in that they tend to be way too loud for any practical means. It's already giving me a headache. Let me just close this up here. That's better. All right. So let's taxi out onto the runway. We have the USS Essex off the coast to assist with carrier landing testing capabilities. And yeah, we'll see just what we can do here. By the way, Happy New Year, Happy 1946. Should be a good year ahead for cooperating Allied forces. We have a few other programs planned with the British and possibly the Swedish. We'll have to see. I don't know if we are going to be participating in them, but this was an unusual one, and they wanted me to do it, so I am doing it. Hooray for me. Yeah, I don't know why you would pick both. Usually you go with one or the other, but I guess for fuel-saving reasons, that might be the case. We're not going to hit any of the major targets, just some of the armored vehicle targets. Those are for another test, which we may or may not be participating in. I don't know. I'm going to cut across this field here. I don't think it's too rocky. I might get chewed out for this, but okay. Yeah, we have 4 HVAR rockets, 30mm rockets, and 2 AN M65 1,000-pound bombs. Those should do a group of tanks in pretty well. We will see. There's also some test ships, so we may have to land and rearm to attack those targets. Let's park it up here. Get her straightened out. Okay. Flaps to takeoff. We have no air brakes. Okay, I wanted to test that ahead of time. There's our hook. Okay. It's in the middle of the plane, which is unusual, but that actually might be better for aiming for the cables. I don't know. We'll see what we can do there. All right, folks. Let's get this beast in the air. Gear up. Flaps up. So far, not very fast. But I think range is the idea with these things. So there's the tank test range. We got some heavy tanks over there. I think it's a dive bomber configuration. Yes, it is. So let's gain some altitude and we'll come in off the coast towards that. We also have a couple moving targets on the road. Yeah, if we put one of the 1,000-pound bombs directly in the middle of those 4 tanks, it should probably do some damage. I'm guessing. There's the Essex. She's gonna circle around the area. Let's see what we have here. We have a Fletcher-class destroyer, not necessarily USS Fletcher. I don't know why it's marked that way. Fletcher's still at Paratuba. We have an Admiral Hipper, a couple LCSs, and a Japanese battleship. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So let's circle around. I can hear the screaming engine. I'm going to target the heavy tanks first. Still climbing in speed and level flight, so that's good. Decrease speed just a little bit. We'll go to combat flaps. And let's try and park one of those 1,000-pounders right into the heavy tank. Tigers, eh? Let's see what that'll do. Okay, I might have been a little overzealous on the powerfulness of the bomb I just dropped. That's fine. We will circle back around. I think one of the planes is near me. Circle back around. Maybe we'll try in between just 2 of them. Although, I might just hit one directly. Yeah, let's raider this thing. Ah, T-34. We certainly have our selection of targets today. Boom! Ooh, that big explosion. Alright. There goes our bombs. Let's see what else we can hit. T-70, light tank, infantry tank. Let's try those Russian tanks. Self-propelled artillery. We have machine guns, we don't have cannons. Again, gonna slow us. Not the best with rockets, but okay. Like I said, we damaged it a little bit, but not much. That's fine. I think we have to rearm on the carrier, so we will head out to the carrier for our first landing. In the meantime, do we have any bogeys next to us here? Any of the biplanes? Yeah, we have a mix of Russian and German captured equipment. What's our fuel like here? It's reading full, but I've been tricked by that before. Is that Essex or Saratoga? They told me Essex. They just got into today. I think that might be 14th Fleet's Saratoga. Okay. Find out when to land. Alright, let's slow her down because we can't land over 300 miles an hour. Overload the airframe a little bit, that's good for testing. Put the gear down, that'll slow us down a bit. Flaps to landing. Haven't deployed the hook yet. I think she's turning. Okay. This thing, okay. Hook's deployed. Alright, we caught it. And it says Lexington on it, so it's the Saratoga. That was part of a disinformation strategy during the war. Alright, so we'll rearm, and then we'll get back to the tank range. Yeah. Not a bad landing. It's pretty easy, actually, compared to other planes I've put on carriers. I'm not very good at carrier landing. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. Okay, flaps to takeoff, close our canopy, and we will punch it. Gear up, flaps up. Tank range. They may have reset the Tiger as well. Not a problem. We got an I-53 overflying the tank range. We might swoop in and take that out. Oh, those are the light tanks. There's the tank range. Alright, let's try our hands at some moving targets there. I'll use the rockets for those. I want to come in parallel to the road so we don't hit any of the buildings out here. It's always dangerous doing live fire exercises in active areas, but I guess we're used to it. M24 Chaffee. Had some shrapnel hit him, but not much. Alright. That I-53 is right over there. I don't want a dogfight with heavy bombs on us, so let's go drop those off, and then we'll maybe go for the biplane. I think it's on the other side of the island. Pretty crazy scenario here. The heavy targets are for a group of privateer bombers that are going to sell France. Don't need a direct hit with that one. Yeah, we'll blow up another Studebaker. I don't know how they align their targets here. Alright. I guess we're blowing up the Studi. Studi is destroyed, alright. Let's go for an aerial target this time. We got an enemy aircraft coming in on the southern coast, approaching the airfield. Max throttle or intercept. Yeah, this is really loud. Making my ears ring. Yeah, I forget why we didn't ultimately use this in combat. It was either introduced way too late or maintenance was affected. Whoa! Hopefully that doesn't hit somebody's house. Alright, we'll go and land on the carrier, and then we'll do one of the naval targets in. Probably, they got a moving LCS there. Oh, they're both moving. Okay. Admiral Hipper. Maybe we'll hit the Fletcher class. Now we're over 400 miles an hour. Only on fuel. Fuel's good. Flaps to combat. Slow us down a bit. I wonder if the jet alone could keep this thing aloft, or the propeller alone. It's technically a twin-engine aircraft. I didn't think about it. Gear down, flaps to landing. Pretty well lined up here. Yep. A little touch-up. Oh. I don't know if we caught the cable or the front wheel did all the stopping power there. That's fine. Flaps up. Alright, so we'll rearm one more time, and then we'll go and take out that destroyer. Use the 1,000-pound bomb for that. One might do it. We'll see. Just a minute. Plug the canopy. Flaps to takeoff. Get up in the air. And we're airborne. Flaps up. Gear up. Not a bad turnover rate. Pretty good. I think if we drop the 1,000-pounder on the second forward turret, it should hit the magazine, blow up the ship. And then if we have one left over, we might try one of the LCSs. I think they said avoid hitting the big capital ships if you can. Plenty of other tests coming their way, so they want to be prepared for it. Alright, let's slow up here. Flaps to combat. Try and hit this thing right in the tip of the barrel. Oh, yeah, that was right in the pickle barrel. Destroyer sunk. Very nice. And we have the LCS there. We have an LCS there. Let's head out over land. Looks like they got another plane up. Destroyer is going down. Now we have a moving target. This should definitely cream it. Probably using the rockets on the other LCS. Oh, it's refloated. Okay. So they're not even sinking. I don't know how they refloated it. Don't ask me why. I don't know. And in for an attack. That should do it. Boom! Gotta love those 1,000-pound bombs. Alright. LCS rocket attack. Boom! 2 of them missed, so only 2 did the damage we needed. That was good. Yeah, I don't know how they put that back in the... They refloated it. That's weird. Oh, gun just went off. Alright, so I think that's gonna suffice to... I think that's going to cover pretty much all the testing they wanted to see. Let's go ahead and land back at the airbase so they can continue their ground inspection of the aircraft, and then later today we'll probably return it to the carrier or let them hold on to it for a while. One of those things, we will find out. Need to slow her down just a bit. We'll do a presentation pass on the airfield there. Not a bad aircraft, but it is loud in the cockpit. And yeah, I guess fuel consumption-wise, it's not too terrible. Better than a straight jet. More range than a propeller plane. I think that's the idea for this. Alright. Gear down. I like the trike gear. Flaps to landing. Around the ground here. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Great. Flaps up here, hit the brakes. Brake late, brake late, brake late. Alright folks, I think that's going to do it for me. They're probably going to tow me back. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. I am Knee High Caliber, and you've been watching Knee High Caliber Plays War Thunder. And yeah, I think this this plane performed pretty well. I'm gonna fill it out in my report, and yeah, should be good. I'll see you later, folks.